Hey everybody, Eric Worre here. How you doing? Having a great day. Pardon the lighting. I just literally turned on like our light from outside the deck in order to be able to light up this live. But I want to chat with you quickly, whether you're watching live or replay. I want to give you 5 quick tips on how to grow a more successful Uforia business. And as you're going through this, hey Travis, how you doing, buddy? Congratulations on all you're doing. A lot of lives being affected to the positive. Our profession is the greatest profession in the world. And let me just get into the 5 tips, okay? This will be a quick live, but I think it'll be informative for you. Tip number 1, or pillar number 1, is sales. In your business, adding customers on a regular basis, having that be a foundation of what it is that you do, learning how to effectively tell the story, and making sure that you have a good solid ratio of customers to distributors. I know you're focused on bringing in a lot of distributors now, and that's great. But the customer side of things shouldn't be neglected, because it's going to build a thickness to your business that I think is going to be a major competitive advantage. So imagine every single distributor on your team having 10 or more active customers. Imagine that are using the product, getting incredible benefits, and growing, growing their health through this. I think the referrals that come out of that, I think the sales that come out of that, just imagine the thickness per level. Customers, 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 customers. In today's world, whether you're looking at just the regulatory aspect of things, making sure you have a solid customer to distributor ratio, or you look at just the business aspect of things, becoming a great selling organization, not just a great recruiting organization, a great selling organization. There's nothing wrong with selling. Yes, we share, but we're selling. You're selling. So how do you sell? You sell by telling stories. You sell by showing the uniqueness of what it is that you have. You tell people about your experience, all the different things that you can do. Make sure that when you're selling, you are being responsible in how you sell it. That you're responsible in claims. Be very, very careful when it comes to claims. If you have great symptomatic response to the product, that's wonderful, but be very careful in saying, I had this arthritis and I don't have it anymore, because that could be an arthritis claim. I had this blood pressure and now my blood pressure is under control. That's a blood pressure claim. Be extremely careful that you don't need to oversell the efficacy and the uniqueness of the product. That is intuitive. That people will understand that without needing to embellish your particular results, because unless you have the scientific backing to those particular results, you get yourself into an area that isn't the best area to be. So make sure that you are representing it positively. All the ingredients that the Uforia product has, those are all peer tested. Those are all, there's countless studies on those ingredients. But just make sure that you're doing it in as professional and responsible way that you possibly can. Not everybody's results are going to be typical. Not everybody's results are going to be the same. So be responsible with that, okay? That's number 1. Make sure that you're focused on that. All of you should be thinking about, while you're building your business, adding a pure customer base. People not connected to the financial opportunity, just customers, okay? And with your differential bonuses, those are, the income that's going to kick out of that is going to grow and grow and grow and become a very significant part of your monthly income. Certainly a bridge for a lot of people that are growing their business. So that's number one. Number two is recruiting. Especially now, at this early stage in the company's development, the person that's going to win, whoever talks to the most people is going to win. Just be busy. In addition to adding those customers, it's time for you. I talk about bringing in 20 people in 30 days. I talk about recruiting in bunches. I talk about building your teams effectively. Teach people how to tell the story and how to recruit effectively. And for all of you, I've been fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time a few times in my career. And I can tell you that a recruit today for you is going to be worth 10 recruits to somebody a year from now because of your timing, because of your positioning, because of where you find yourself in the structure and at this unique time in the company's development. So face your fears. I know many of you are nervous and you're afraid, you don't know what to say. Give yourself permission to be a little bit messy, not have all the answers, don't have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have every glossy tool in the world. Just learn how to tell your story and to show people the opportunity that is available to them to start their own business and become entrepreneurs. This is the side hustle culture of our world today. People are looking for ways to be able to create additional income and also be able to help other people at the same time. You've got the ability to do that. So don't waste this timing. Don't waste this moment that you find yourself in, and don't waste days. Hours are precious, days are precious, weeks are precious. Whoever talks to the most people wins. So number one is customers. Number two is recruiting. These two pillars. I would highly recommend to all of you that you get aggressive and you just set an intention to bring in 20 people in 30 days. You set an intention to build a team now, early, and teach them how to also build customers and also how to bring in additional people. This is not a time to sleep. This is not a time to treat things casually. It's never a time to do that, but especially now for you. So one is customers, two is recruiting, three is what I call the core rank in any company, but in Uforia, your core rank is the influencer level. This is a rank that should be your entire focus. I know there's all these other positions, but your entire focus should be to create an influencer factory. And what I mean by that is every new person that joins, you should map out a game plan and a strategy to show them exactly step by step what they need to do in order to become the influencer level in Uforia. That's what you need to focus on, okay? Is how people can do that. Give them a roadmap. Let them know that you'll work with them. Take inventory of the people that you have brought into your business and say how many people would like to get to that influencer level in the next 30 to 60 days. And then set in motion a strategy and a game plan and mentorship and coaching in order to be able to do that. Because at this core rank, in any company, but inside of Uforia, the core rank for you is this influencer level. So number one, you map out a strategy to get to influencer. Number two, take inventory in your team, who wants to get to the influencer level, and then work specifically with those people to help them do it. Your goal there should never be a month where you have less new influencers being promoted than the previous month. Never. So every month you need to track how many people are being promoted at the influencer level inside of your organization and create a game plan to make next month more than last month. How many did you have in January? Set a goal to make sure that there's more than that happening in February, and then more than that happening in March, and more than that happening in April. Because if you do that, all the other ranks will take care of themselves. So get to the level, take inventory, help them get to the level, take inventory, help the next generation get to the level, take inventory, help the next generation get to that level, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wherever they are in your organization, that that building block is critical for you. So that's the third, is the core rank, the influencer rank. The fourth key measurement that you need to focus on within your organization is the number of people registered for the next convention. Now, I don't have the details in front of me, but the next conference, you need to create a strategy to get more people from your organization as a percentage of your team to that event than anybody else within the organization. For a large organization, the best I've ever seen in the world is about 50% of your active distributor base. That's the best. It ranges with companies from 2% to 50%. 50% of the active distributors within your organization should be at that convention. But at this early stage, for many of you, you can do higher than that. Every new person that comes in, they need to be locked in with a ticket and a game plan and a strategy to get to that next convention. It's going to be in Vegas, I know. But push hard in order to be able to make that happen. You have time to do it. Whoever gets the most people there is going to win. Okay? Really, really critical that you become relentless on this measurement, because the number of people that you have in attendance, it's going to make your life so much easier, and your opportunity to the ability to capture the opportunity so much greater. So one is selling, get the customers. Two is recruiting, bring in the class of 2019. And for you, the winter or spring class of 2019, bring them in now. Go hard. Don't sleep. Sleep later, right? Sleep faster. Three is that core rank, getting as many people as possible to the influencer level. Four is convention registration, convention tickets. Be relentless as a leader. Let people know the importance of it. Give them the commercial. Give them all the guidance in order to be able to do it. And then lastly, 5 is to look for, I typically call this influencer development, but since you have influencer rank inside the company, I would just talk about leadership development. To develop leaders and look for people. Let me tell you what the core things that you need to look for as far as attributes within your organization. Those core things are that they are hungry and they are coachable. If they're hungry and coachable, that's usually all you need to take a person and start to help to mentor them to become a true leader in the network marketing profession. Hungry and coachable. Look in your organization, find out who's hungry and who's coachable. And if they are, you're going to try to develop 5 characteristics from those people. Number 1, that they become independent. Independent from you, needing you as quickly as possible. They're good to go wherever they are. They'll solve the problems. They'll make it all happen. They are independent entrepreneurs, not lone wolf renegades, but independent leaders. They can build with or without support. Second attribute of a top leader in your organization should be that they're a problem solver. What most amateurs do in network marketing is they try to bring everybody else's problem. They try to take, if they get a problem, they try to give it to somebody else as quickly as possible. Top level leaders solve problems. They solve them quickly and they move forward. Become a problem solver yourself and then teach other people in your organization how to become problem solvers. What I tell people is when they're faced with a problem, think, what could I do to solve the problem? What could I learn to solve the problem? And then who could I ask to solve the problem? And the big key to becoming a great problem solver is don't ask first. Don't take the shortcut, because that means somebody else is the problem solver and you're not. Okay? So 1 is independence. 2 is problem solving. 3 is consistency. Create a baseline that you're not hot and cold, that you're consistent, that you're driving, that you're hitting it, that you're doing what needs to be done. And you're building within your leadership group a consistent base also. That there's a baseline. There's sometimes you go a little bit higher, but you never go to 0. You always come back to a baseline of activity on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual basis. Now, 1, independent. 2, problem solving. 3, consistent. 4 is Leaders have a big vision, and they have the ability to articulate that vision to the world. What is your vision for building your business? People will join your vision more than they're going to join your product. They're going to join your vision more than they're going to join because of the compensation plan. They need to hear your vision. What is your team going to do? What are you prepared to do? What can new people expect? What kind of history are you going to make? So a big vision is critical, and the ability to articulate that vision is critical. And then the fifth characteristic is top leaders, they just create action. When there wouldn't have been action, just the fact that they're alive, the fact that they're doing something creates more action than would have been there without them. Be a person that is a rainmaker, well, I'm giving you more names. A person that is causing people to act when they wouldn't have acted without it. A person that knows how to inspire and challenge and lead, and causes people to act in the face of fear, causes people to act in the face of a lack of knowledge, maybe, causes people to act in the face of their own self-confidence issues. Be a person that creates more action than others, and leadership is on the way for you. So, to summarize the leadership aspect: independent, problem solver, consistent, big vision, and create action. So if I'm going to summarize these pillars for you, these pillars are: make sure that your team is a selling machine, that they are just amazing at selling the story of what your product can do for people, uniqueness, all of the things that you can do responsibly to tell the story. You've got a great story to tell, just tell it more frequently. Number 2 is recruiting. Bring in the class now. Make it happen now. Face your fears now. Conquer your doubts now. Do it before you're ready. Be willing to be messy, okay? Recruiting. Number 3 is creating an influencer factory within your organization. Number 4 is get everybody to the next convention. There's thousands of people already registered. Make sure every new person that joins your team becomes one of them. Your goal should be 50% or more of your active distributors need to be at the next convention in Las Vegas. And number 5, look for and develop key leadership within your organization. Look for hunger and coachability, and then help them develop the 5 elements that I laid out for you. So just a quick little message to all of you, let you know I'm proud of you. A lot of growth happening. Really cool to see. I'm happy to be a resource for you with the training that the company's made available in the back office, chats like we can have here from time to time. We're doing a big event for some of the top earners at my home coming up soon, and the big convention. I'll be there, and I'll bring my A game, okay? So hope you're having a spectacular day. I head to Houston tomorrow for a weekend event. I come back, and then I head to Brisbane, Australia for an event in Australia before I come back. But until I talk to you next time, go out there and do something special, okay? Have a great night. Take care.